Good afternoon. As you all know, the president will be speaking this afternoon in Louisville, and we've got an event coming up, so I'll try to keep this relatively short to focus on, let the president focus on his message for the day. And with that, I'm glad to take a few questions.
He's investigating the links and the possibility of coordination between the Trump campaign and the Russians. Given that the president just this morning said that the Democrats made up the Russia story, why would the FBI director be investigating a story if it's simply...
I don't think that's what he said, but again, look at what...
He said that he's investigating the nature of any links between individuals associated with the Trump campaign and the Russian government, and whether or not there was any coordination.
Correct. But again, investigating it and having proof of it are two different things. You look at the acting Obama CIA director said that there's smoke, but there's no fire. Senator Tom Cotton, not that I'm seen and not that I'm aware of. You look at Director Clapper, not to my knowledge. Senator Chris Coons, Democrat from Delaware, I have no evidence of collusion. I mean, there's a point at which you continue to search for something that everybody who's been briefed hasn't seen or found. I think it's fine to look into it, but at the end of the day, they're going to come to the same conclusion that everybody else has had. So you can continue to look for something, but continuing to look for something that doesn't exist doesn't matter. There is a discussion, I heard some names floated around before, that were hangers-on on the campaign. And I think at some point, people that, got thrown around at the beginning of this hearing, some of those names, the greatest amount of interaction that they've had is had cease and desist letters sent to them. So, exactly. The Carter pages, yes. But I mean, those people, the greatest amount of interaction that they had with the campaign was the campaign apparently sending them a series of cease and desist letters. So again, I think that when you read a lot of this activity about associates, there is a fine line between people who want to be part of something that they never had an official role in, and people who actually played a role in either the campaign or the transition.
There are a number of the president's supporters on the Hill and elsewhere who worry that the president's refusal to drop the whole wiretapping issue will eclipse some of his other accomplishments. What message does the president have for his supporters who worry that this could be a rabbit hole that might diminish the other things he's trying to do, like health care?
I think there'll be a lot of accomplishments, so they don't need to worry. We've got a lot of things coming down the pike, and I think whether it's health care, tax reform, his infrastructure plan, reforming government, immigration, I think we're going to have a lot of things to be very proud of that people on both sides of the aisle are going to be excited to see enacted, and so in due time there'll be plenty to be proud of. Sarah.
Incidental figure in this campaign, but he worked for the campaign for 5 months. He was the campaign chairman. He was there for a number of pivotal decisions. So I'm wondering, how is that insignificant, and is the White House aware of any contacts between Paul Manafort and Russian operatives or suspected Russian operatives? I mean, is that a cause for concern?
Well, just so we're clear, I'm not dismissing Paul Manafort as a hanger-on. I was noting some other folks, as Jonathan pointed out. With respect to Paul, though, I believe, and again, I'm not looking to relitigate the election, but I believe Paul was brought on sometime in June, and by the middle of August, he was no longer with the campaign, meaning that for the entire final stretch of the general election, he was not involved. And so, to start to look at some individual that was there for a short period of time, or separately individuals who really didn't play any role in the campaign, and to suggest that those are the basis for anything is a bit ridiculous.
Would it be cause for concern if we found out that Paul Manafort was in contact with Russian operatives or suspected?
No. I think that, but to intimate, right? No. But to intimate that somebody was there for 8 weeks and definitely not there in the final 3 months of the campaign, played some kind of lasting role that influenced. Again, you realize, I think somewhere between August 12th or the 15th was when he ended his affiliation with the campaign. So my point is to suggest now that if you look at the final 3 months of the campaign, where none of the individuals in question that Democrats brought up over and over again today were affiliated with the campaign, to suggest that that somehow shows some high-level collusion is a bit of a stretch, to say the least.
Aware of any contacts between Paul Manafort and Russian operatives or suspected Russian operatives?
No. Thank you guys for that. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully some of you get a chance to go down today. If you don't, we'll have a readout. Thank you.